What is happening? She was staring, so I had to wave, make it like less awkward. Oh, this thing sounds amazing. I'm sorry if you guys are getting like wind noise. I bought a new screen from Rock. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like mirrored. It's cool. I shut it all the way past the little pin, right? You know, like the little pin lock. I shut it over the pin lock, right? And then once I did that, like I tried to go back to open my visor and it would not open. Like I had to push from the outside while trying to lip it, push it up from the lip right here, like, you know, the little lip on the outside. I had to push it out from the outside and the inside to open it. So now I'm kind of scared to like lock it back because I might not be able to open it. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. I am doing fine. We are out on this beautiful day. There's a video that I should have did. Well, okay, so I did do it, but like every time I did this video, it was something wrong. Like one video, it was too dark. The second video, it had like a ton of wind noise. The third video, half of it was a couple of the clips got, what is it called, corrupted. That sucked. So hopefully this one actually works. Today's video is why did Reaper 1K buy a Yamaha R1? I heard sirens, I got kind of scared. Why did I buy an R1? That is the topic for today. So that's what we're talking about. That's what this clip is going to be about. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, why did I buy an R1? There's a couple different reasons. I guess the first one we'll start with is because from what I've seen, like as a YouTuber wise and like for content, no one really has an R1 for the platform that I mostly deal with. So like road racing, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are R1s in the road racing scene, but most of the guys who have R1s in the road racing scene don't have YouTube channels. They do most of their stuff on Instagram. So you have my guy Rowdy, Rock. You finish? Rowdy, you have Rocket Taxi, you have my boy Ed, you got La Pearl. Nice. I thought he was gonna be upset because I think I cut him off earlier. Yeah, so you have a couple different R1s on Instagram, but like I said, as far as like YouTube wise, you don't really have that many on YouTube. So by me getting an R1, I was like, wow, well, I can make a whole bunch of content on YouTube about the R1. First ride, exhaust, do different mods, pure sound videos, racing videos, videos on how to set it up for road racing. I can do all that for content because nobody has did it yet. EGR did dab a little bit into it with the Rocket Taxi, but not a lot. So that was one of the reasons. So the second reason would be is because sorry, I don't know. I actually kind of forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I got it. So the second reason would be because I guess because R1s have a bad name. People say R1s are slow, they're gay. It's an R1, you know, you can't do anything with the R1. And I just would like to see what I could do with one. I'm curious. I feel like we had the BMW set up pretty good for what it was, for it to be like full weight and like not even like nowhere near max effort. So I think it'd be cool to try to set up a R1 to see what I can at least get it to do. I mean, if it ends up being slow, then oh, so be it. But at least I tried it. The third reason would be because I really like the way R1s look. Like at first, when I first saw them or started paying attention to them was the 09 to 2014. I really liked the way those bikes looked. Back then I was watching like Motonocity and Downshift 83. Like I would watch their videos and like they both had R1s. I'm not sure, I think Motonocity had like a 2012 or something like that. And I think Downshift had like maybe a 2014 maybe, I'm not sure. But they both had R1s. Now I thought that the R1s back then, the 0914, looked super mean. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still do. Like they still look mean as heck. But if I would have got one when I wanted one, it wasn't gonna be like a race bike or anything like that. It was just gonna literally be a bike that I ride around, probably make it look good, and then just put like a Tosh on it, because Tosh was like the best exhaust for that bike for sound wise. But I just love the way they look. And then they came out with the 15 of these, and I hated it. I hate the way they look, the flat face, and it just looked horrible. I ain't like it. And then I got a chance to see one in person, and I was like, you know, it doesn't look that bad in person. It looks pretty good. And then I got a chance to ride one, which I think was Wheels, aka Venom's R1, which was my first R1 that I ridden. And then I got a chance to ride Rocket Taxis, and I took Dale's bike down the street. But riding Venom's bike gave me like a little taste of what it was like, you know, stock wheelbase. I think his is lowered a little bit, but like he doesn't really have any modifications done besides like full bolt-ons, but he hasn't lost any weight off that bike. And when I rode that bike, I was like, this bike is super light. Like it was light as heck. Like it felt lighter than the BMW did. And I was like, sheesh. And then I got a chance to ride a max effort R1, which was Rocket Taxi, and that's when I fell in love. Like Rocket Taxi bike is insane. The setup him and EJR did on that bike was phenomenal, bro. Like I was like, this bike, when I rode Rocket Taxi R1, I was like, yeah, the R1 definitely has a lot of potential. You just gotta like find the right setup to bring it out. And I was like, yeah, I gotta try one. But I mean, I did look at other bikes besides the R1. Like the ZX10, for instance, like the Gen 5. Everybody has a Gen 5, if you ask me. Like everybody has a Gen 5 everywhere on Instagram, Facebook. When you go to meets, that is the #1 bike you see, the Gen 5 ZX10. And I was like, oh, I don't want to really want to be like everybody else. So then I looked at the Gixxers, because I got a chance to ride a Gixxer last year. It was Dr. Gap's Gixxer. I loved it. I loved the way it rode. It rode good. It set nicely. It was fast. That thing was really nice. The only thing I didn't like that made me not want it was the dash, bro. I couldn't get over the dash. It's like we're like every other bike has a really nice screen, right? And then you have the Gixxers, which is just plain black and gray. Don't really have anything really going on, and it just didn't catch my attention. So that alone sold me on the Gixxers. I did consider a Busa. It was brought to my attention numerous of times, but I just don't see myself on the Busa. Like, that bike is way too big and way too much bike for me. I mean, yeah, I would probably be, you know, pretty solid on it, but that is a lot of bike, and I can't wheelie it. So the ZX14 didn't even cross my mind. The CBR, I really like the CBRs, but as of most people, that price point, I just couldn't wrap my head around that price. As Moto Mac would say, that paying that much for that bike for a dipstick, like, that bike still has a dipstick, bro. I don't remember if it was Moto Mac or Jack that said that pointed that out, and I was just like, wait, what? So yeah, I did go through all the bikes, trying to figure out which one would be nice to get as a new platform, something new to try on or start on for the channel as well. Oh yeah, and I looked at the Aprilias too. That is nice. I might have to come back for a photo shoot over there. But the Aprilia, I really want an Aprilia. I still want one, actually. Yes, the sound and the bike looks amazing. Now, the only thing with the Aprilia, there's not a flash out yet. I think even Brent Tuning is still working on the flashes for those, but even if they did have one, no offense to Brent, but I wouldn't go to Brent for it. And I don't think Woolwich is doing anything about the Aprilias as well, so yeah, that would just been a bust. So and then for the Aprilia, I was looking at shops. I don't have any shops down my way that work on the Aprilias, but Dude Mungus did bring it to my attention. There is a shop in Atlanta that works on them. I think it's the same shop he takes dead shot to. So I mean, I don't mind, you know, if something's wrong or if I need maintenance, I wouldn't mind taking it to Atlanta to, you know, get done what it needs to be done. So that wouldn't have been an issue. But yeah, I can't remember exactly why I didn't get the Aprilia. No, okay, so at that time I was looking at bikes, I was actually in the process of moving as well, so at that time I couldn't really afford the Aprilia, so yeah, had to move on to the next one. But so yeah, I did, you know, check all my choices, and then that's how I kind of came up with the idea to get the R1. I mean, I'm not mad with my decision. I'm actually happy. Like, this bike turned out to be a lot funner and wilder than I thought it was. Like, as this bike sits now, like, this bike is a whole bunch of fun, and like, it just, I don't know, it puts a smile on my face every time. Like, I can be upset or something and then go ride, and not even like all the way to the ride, like, I'll be excited just from the sound of this bike and how it feels is enough. Like, this bike is insane. But yes, another reason is because I really like the way this bike looks and the sound. That was another selling point on this thing for me. I know people are like, ew, you bought this because the sound? Yes, I did. Like, a lot of people still don't like the crossplane sound. The crossplane engines, I don't know how you guys do not like that, but this thing sounds amazing. And then plus it's different. It sounds good. Well, it feels good to get away from, like, you know, your normal inline four. Oh, I thought they had cut them off.